Have you ever wondered if the tales of the golden age of piracy are more than just legends and myths? Picture an era spanning the late 17th and early 18th centuries where swashbuckling pirates were not merely figments of a storyteller's imagination, but real individuals leading extraordinary lives. These were not characters inked onto pages, but humans breathing life into each daring escapade, each thrilling adventure. So let's hoist the anchor, catch the wind, and set sail into the past to discover the truth behind the legends. The dawn of the golden age of piracy, a time of lawlessness and adventure, began in the late 17th century. It was a period when the world's oceans became a stage for a grand performance of ambition, desperation, and audacity. This era was born out of chaos, following the end of the War of Spanish Succession. With no water fight, countless seafarers found themselves adrift in a world that no longer needed their services. It was in this vacuum of power and employment that figures like the infamous Blackbeard and the notorious William Kidd seized the opportunity, embarking on careers that would etch their names into the annals of history. As the sun set on the 17th century, the golden age of piracy was just beginning. Life at sea was not all treasure and tropical islands. It was a tough, dangerous existence. The harsh realities of pirate life were far from the romanticized tales we often hear. Picture this: brutal conditions at sea, the relentless rolling waves, the lack of fresh food and clean water, the constant threat of scurvy. Violence was a daily occurrence, not just from battles, but from within the crew itself. Disputes were often settled with blade and blood. Yet in this harsh world, there was a form of democracy. The pirate code, ruthless as it may be, offered a form of order among the chaos. These were men who chose to live by their own rules, no matter how brutal. The life of a pirate was not for the faint of heart. Like all good things, the golden age of piracy came to an end. As the 18th century rolled on, the seas became less welcoming for those who sought a life outside the law. Naval patrols increased in number and intensity, and the once relatively lenient punishments turned severe, making piracy a less attractive, more perilous pursuit. But this end didn't spell obscurity, far from it. The lives these pirates led, the tales they inspired, they all contributed to a narrative that was more romantic than ruthless. A narrative that over time came to symbolize freedom, rebellion, and adventure. The golden age of piracy may be over, but its legends live on. Their stories continue to captivate us, reminding us of a time when the world was a vast, uncharted mystery. So what is the truth behind the legends of the golden age of piracy? As we've unveiled, tales of swashbuckling pirates often blur fact and fiction. Yes, their lives were thrilling, but the reality was far more harsh. The golden age of piracy, a time of adventure and danger, of legends and reality, will forever be a fascinating chapter in our past.